Going on to the final player reviews, just as we usually do, starting with the Premier League. Taiwo, Awoniyi and Aina both missed Nottingham Forest's 1-0 loss to Everton over the weekend. This was a smash and grab by Everton. They scored a last-minute goal by Abdoulaye Doucouré. Fantastic finish, it must be spared by Doucouré though. But this Nottingham Forest Higi Haga performances since Aina has been injured. Very interesting. 2 losses on the bounce. And if they're not careful, they might just lose out on their Champions League spot. So they really need to fix up. I'm not sure where Aina's fitness is for their next game, which will be next week, Monday. I mean, 1 week from today. I'm recording this on Monday night here. But they play Tottenham away. If there's one team that you would have to consider an opportunity to flog, is Tottenham right now because they're so rubbish. So you'd hope the Nottingham Forest can dust themselves up. I think Chris Wood will also be back in action, so that should boost their chances. And they just need to get over the line, man. Just win some of these games. 5 games to go. Or is this 6 games to go? Sorry, 6 games to go. Just find a way to win 3 of these games, Nottingham Forest, please. I want to watch Aina in the Champions League. What a lovely story that would be. But it was not their best performance over the weekend. But we wish our Nigerian players speedy recovery so that they could play. Monday Night Football ended earlier today. We saw Iwobi and Bassey both play 90 minutes. But unfortunately, Fulham lost 1-0 to Bournemouth away. Antoine Semenyo scored a fantastic goal after 52 seconds. Thierry Henry and Jamie Carragher were talking about the analysis on Monday Night Football. Fantastic finish for Antoine Semenyo. One of the things to highlight is because he's a 2-footed player, it makes it really tough for defenders to guess which way to go or which way to show him onto, because he's equally adept at using either foot, and he stroked it in beautifully with his left foot, placed it past Leno. Fantastic finish. It looks like Fulham's Champions League hopes are in tatters, but there's still a race for that 7th Premier League spot. Now, as we said last week, 5 teams in the Premier League will get Champions League spots next year, which means 2 teams will get Europa League spots, or 1 at least. So 6th place will be guaranteed a Europa League spot, and then 7th will be guaranteed a Conference League spot. So for teams like Fulham, Bournemouth of the world who don't play in Europe very often, you have to admit this is a big opportunity for them, because they're even likely to potentially be one of the favourites. So look out for that, and the Fulham boys still have something to play for, even though they're currently 9th and they missed out on a huge opportunity to push towards the Champions League spots with their loss today. As for Wilfred Ndidi, Leicester City's season is just pouching out. One positive is they finally scored 2 goals in a game. They had not scored in their last 8 games, but they drew 2-2 to Brighton away, which was a pretty impressive result considering how useless they've been. But they are doomed for relegation, and I think the relegation should be confirmed next week or the week after. They play Liverpool at home on Sunday, so who knows, that relegation may even be confirmed this weekend, because they have 18 points. West Ham have 35 points, which means they're 17 points behind West Ham, who are 17th. So as long as they don't win this weekend, they're definitely going to be confirmed as relegation fodder. So bye-bye to them. Honestly, they've stunk up the place so badly. It's been a shame. And I hope Ndidi is planning to move, because, man, you can't be doing this, man. Like, I'm sorry, not at this stage of your career. You've already done all the hard work. Why do you want to continue remaining in relegation battles? So let's watch out for what happens with Ndidi. As for Southampton boys, Aribo was no new sub, while Onuachu played 45 minutes as they got thrashed 3-0 by Aston Villa. We already know Southampton have been confirmed as relegated. Honestly, left to me, if they were not Nigerian players, I won't even mention Southampton. That's how useless they've been. They still need 2 points to make sure they're not as bad as Derby County for the worst ever Premier League side. That's how horrible Southampton have been. Next up for them, they play West Ham away. So look out for that game, but they'll more than likely lose that game. Other results in the Premier League to be aware about: Man City beat Crystal Palace 5-2 in the early kickoff on Saturday. Kevin De Bruyne looked like Kevin De Bruyne from 2 years ago in that game, it must be said. I already mentioned the ones involving our players, but Arsenal drew 1-1 against Brentford. Honestly, I don't want to talk about Arsenal and Premier League. Madrid, we're coming to find you on Wednesday. Don't worry, all these your PR results about motivational speech, Bernabeu, this one, that one, we're coming. Don't worry. I know that Arteta got the nastiest low block waiting for you guys, so just watch out for that. And then on Sunday, we saw Chelsea draw 2-2 at Stamford Bridge against Ipswich Town. Terrible result for them, but they're still in the hunt for the Champions League spots. Wolves beat Tottenham 4-2. I mean, it's Tottenham. What else can we say there? Cunha, what a player. Liverpool beat West Ham 2-1. West Ham equalised in the 86th minute, but Van Dijk made up for his mistake by scoring a header in the 87th minute, even though I think it should have been a foul for Paqueta, but hey, PGO Mail. Newcastle United thrashed Man United 4-1. Really, really impressive performance from Newcastle. Man United just stink up the place, man. Any Man United fan watching this, you deserve it. You guys are horrible. You're a disgrace to the top 6 and the top 4 before and the top 2 when it was Arsenal and Man U. You guys to clown Arsenal when we're finishing 8th. And there's Manchester United in 14th place. Tottenham in 15th place after 32 games played. Nah, man, you're smelly, man. You're a disgrace to what it means to be a big club, I'm telling you. Just awful. And then, of course, we know that Bournemouth beat Fulham earlier today. Fixtures to be aware about in the next round of fixtures in the Premier League. Brentford hosts Brighton in 3 p.m. kickoff. There's no early kickoff on Saturday. So it's we've got about 4 3 p.m. kickoffs. Brentford hosting Brighton, West Ham hosting Southampton, Everton hosting Man City at Goodison Park, and Crystal Palace hosting Bournemouth. Late kickoff game on Saturday, we'll see Aston Villa host Newcastle. That should be a very, very tasty game because both teams are fighting for Champions League places. On Sunday, we will see Arsenal go away to play Ipswich Town. If Arsenal lose this game somehow, then Liverpool will get the chance to clinch the league title when they play Leicester City in the 4:30 p.m. kickoff on Sunday. Man United host Wolverhampton at Old Trafford at 2 p.m. as well, and Fulham host Chelsea at 2 p.m. at Craven Cottage. You have to say, considering the form, it will not be surprising if Wolves beat Man United and if Fulham beat Chelsea, but look out for those games. Premier League table, Liverpool are on the verge of the league title, 13 points ahead of Arsenal with 6 games to go. So they need 2 more wins to clinch the title. Arsenal have a 6-point cushion in second place. And then you then have a cluster of 5 teams all separated by 3 points. Starting from Nottingham Forest in third place on 57 points. Newcastle with 56 points. Man City on 55, and then you have Chelsea and Villa on 54 points. So you can basically say there's 5 teams fighting out for 3 spots, and 2 teams will be unlucky to miss out on these positions. And whoever misses out on those positions, at least there's consideration of Europa League. So hopefully Chelsea will be one of those teams, just for bad belly reasons. I already told you about Man United and Tottenham, Dom and Dumba, 14th and 15th. Imagine Everton are already above them. Everton that hired David Moyes in December to save them from relegation are now above Man United and Tottenham. What a disgrace to the Premier League. And then Wolves are West Ham of 35 points. And then we have the worst ever set of relegated teams this season. All 3 teams promoted. Hall of shame. 21 points, 18 points, and 10 points. Ipswich are 18th and they're 14 points behind West Ham. That's how shit these teams have been. And honestly, if West Ham win on the weekend and Arsenal beat Ipswich Town, it means Ipswich Town and Leicester City will both be confirmed relegated by this weekend, which is very, very likely to happen. So that's it in terms of the Premier League.